A very good morning and Jai Hind children. Welcome back to chemistry class. Children, as you know that we have started a chapter changes around us and we have covered most of the topic in this chapter, that is changes around us. And children, in the previous class we have talked about reversible and irreversible changes. And I gave you the homework. Many of you have done it and I have not seen most of you like you have not sent the homework. So I have seen few homeworks. Alright, those who have not sent, you can send children. Now, today we will be talking about physical and chemical changes. Along with, we'll talk about what happens when two different substances are mixed together. Whether it is a reversible change or irreversible change, physical or a chemical change. So children, we know that I think we are pretty much clear about what is reversible and what is irreversible change. So let me just quickly revise it. Reversible changes are those changes that can be brought back to its original form. That is called reversible change. For example, we have a squeezing of balloon. Alright, that is a reversible change. Okay, so there are several examples. We have talked about the reversible change and we have also talked about irreversible change. So what is irreversible change? The change that cannot be reversed back, like cooking of food. So once we have cooked the food, we cannot get back the original form of the vegetable, isn't it? So the moment we have made the omelette of egg, we are not going to get back the egg again. Okay, so this is irreversible change. And reversible changes are those changes that can be brought back to its normal form. That is called reversible change. So now we are clear about what is reversible change and what is irreversible change. Okay. Now children, after reversible and irreversible change, the next topic we have is physical and chemical changes. And in that also we have discussed about physical changes. Okay. So what is physical change? The change in which no new substance is formed is called physical change. The change in which no new substance is formed is called physical change. So the same thing is written in the chapter. Let's see. Okay. So this we have talked about. We have studied all these things. We have talked about reversible and irreversible change. Now coming on to physical and chemical changes. So what is physical change? In physical change, no new substance are formed during the change. Okay, this is called physical change. For example, kicking a football. So when we are kicking a football, the molecule of football does not change. Yes, the football will remain football as it is. Okay, the substance is not changing. So it is a physical change. Next example is tearing of paper. So tearing of paper is physical change, isn't it? So when we are tearing the paper into two, the molecule of the paper does not change. Only the size changes. Paper will remain paper as it is. Okay, the internal structure of paper is not changing. So it is a physical change. Okay, changing the size with use. As we are using the pencil, we are using the pencil, then we sharpen it, again we use it, again we sharpen it. So what happens? The length of pencil decreases, but the molecule of pencil is not changing. The internal structure of pencil is not changing. Similarly, when we are using an eraser, so we erase the thing, slowly and gradually after several use, the size of eraser becomes smaller, isn't it? But the eraser will remain eraser. It will remain rubber as it is. Alright. So that is a physical change. Now freezing of water. What is freezing of water? So when we are putting a water into a refrigerator, okay, then water is converted into ice, isn't it? That is called freezing of water. That is called, children, freezing of water. But when water is converted into ice, or again the ice is converted into water, the molecule of water does not change. It will remain water only. Only the state changes. पहले वो liquid था, अब वो solid में convert हो गया. Only the state will change. Okay, the molecule inside it remains same. And children, is it a reversible or irreversible process? Freezing of water is reversible process because we can again get back the water from ice. Okay, so it is a reversible process. Getting it? Now, heating substance. Okay, whenever we are heating any substance, the substance at times enlarges its size. वो अपनी size को क्या करता है? Increase कर लेता है. Okay, that is called expansion. When any substance, when it is heated, when it gets enlarged in the size, it is called expansion. Okay, increasing the size of a substance while heating is called expansion. Okay, so if a balloon is kept in a sun, its size increases because the air in it expands on heating. Okay, this experiment you can even perform. Take a balloon and put it in a sun for a while. You will see that it gets expanded. Okay, it increases in size. So this is called expansion. Okay, when a piece of iron is heated, it expands. When the piece of iron is also heated, it also gets expand. Okay, same process is used in case of this. When we are putting a rim over the wheel, then also what happens? This rim is made the exact size of this wheel. It is made in the exact size of the wheel. Okay, when we are putting this rim in the heat, in the sun, what happens? It expands. Okay, and as it expands, हम उसको क्या करते हैं? Wheel के चारों तरफ लगा देते हैं. But again after it, we cool it down. So when we cool it down, its size gets fit over this wheel. Getting it? So this is the application of expansion. So here the expansion is used. Okay. Similarly, liquid expands on heating. If the heating substances are cooled, they regain their original size. Okay. So the same phenomena is used here when we are putting a iron rim on the wooden wheel. Okay. So all these changes are called physical change. Why it is called physical change? Because no new substance is being formed. Okay, no new substance is formed. Only the original substance is, the molecule inside it remains as it is after the change also. Okay, so this is called physical change. Just opposite of it is chemical change. When any chemical reaction is taking place and a new substance is formed, it is called chemical change. Like, for example, if we burn the paper, okay, if we burn the paper, what happens? The paper gets converted into black color powdered form, that is ash. Isn't it? अगर हम पेपर जलाते हैं तो क्या होता है? That is converted into a powdered or ash form. Okay? There the molecule of paper gets changed. Okay? It does not remain same. and it also liberates some gases. Okay, so it is a chemical change. Let's see, for example, we have few examples here. So let's see. Okay, so we have two examples, children. See, first we have this burning of paper here, and we also have tearing of paper. You can see the diagram at the right hand side. So you have burning of paper and you have tearing of paper. So in tearing of paper, the molecule does not change. Alright. But in case of burning of paper, we can easily see a black ash is present all around. That is changing the internal structure of paper. Okay. So this is chemical change, whereas tearing of paper is a physical change. Okay. Now here in first two diagrams, you can see the growth of animal and growth of plant. Okay. So see, this hen is coming from the egg. So first the egg burst, उसमें से chicken निकलता है and they grow and become a young hen. Okay, and chicken. So they are growing. Now it will not happen that this hen will again convert into egg. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि ये वापस से egg में convert हो जाएगा. Is it possible? No. Is it possible that we again become a small baby? No, it is not possible. So, there are several chemical changes that took place inside our body for the growth. Alright? And which cannot be reverted back. Which cannot be reversed. Okay? So, this is called chemical change. Similarly, in case of plants. So, what happens? The seed is growing slowly and gradually and it has been converted into a small plant. Alright? But now it will not happen that this same plant will again get converted into seed. Are you getting it? So this is a chemical change. There are several changes that are taking place inside this plant for its growth. Okay? So this is a chemical change. Alright, so these are the examples of chemical change. Similarly, cooking of food. Once we have made the omelette, once we have heated it, now we cannot again change it back into an egg. We cannot again change this omelette into egg. Okay, so this is a chemical change as well as irreversible change. Okay, this is a chemical change as well as an irreversible change. Okay, same in the case of cooking of some vegetables. So as we have heated it, as we have cooked the vegetable, we are not going to get all these beans and tomatoes and potatoes back to its raw form. Okay, so these are the chemical changes, and here the new substances are being formed. Alright, here the new substance is formed. While cooking also we get a new substance. Okay, similarly when there is a burning of paper, then also a new substance is formed. Okay, and there are several chemical reactions taking place. Getting it? So this is called a chemical change. So what is chemical change? So chemical changes are those changes that produces a new substance altogether. They are called chemical change. Okay. So these were the examples of chemical changes. Getting it? Coming back to the chapter. So this we have talked about. Let's see burning. So when you burn a piece of paper, smoke and gases like carbon dioxide and water vapor are given out. The ash left behind differ from paper in its appearance and properties. Okay, so when we are burning a paper, carbon dioxide and smoke is released. Yes, as you can see in the figure earlier. Okay, here also you can see when you are burning the paper, okay, some smoke and some gases are being released and it is converted into ash. Okay, so it is of this ash is of black color. Okay, paper was of different color, so appearance is different, property is different. Thus, the new substance with different properties and different molecules are formed. So this is a chemical change. Similarly, growth in plants and animals. What happens to the food you eat? It is absorbed by the body and is used to nourish cells for the growth. Okay, the moment we eat the food, we get energy. Yes, and that energy, as we have read in bio, that these food gives us nutrient like carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, all these things we get it from food, and they help our body in growth. Isn't it? This we have already studied in bio. Yes. So what happens? There are several chemical changes that are taking place in our body. Okay. So a new cell and a new substance is formed. Hence it is a chemical change. Same with the cooking. So once we have cooked, the taste changes, the texture of the food changes, and if we are cooking the rotis, then also the texture changes, the color changes, everything changes. So new substance is being formed. Okay, so this is a chemical change. Alright, so now what is a chemical change? When the molecules of original substance undergo the changes to form molecules of new substance, such changes are called chemical changes. Okay, in a chemical change, children, always there is certain reaction taking place. What is reaction? Reaction is when two substances are mixed together, two or more substances when mixed together and give a new substance. That is called chemical reaction. Like for example, if we add a lemon to the water, okay, so now what we get a नींबू पानी. अगर हमने पानी में नींबू को स्क्वीज कर दिया और उसमें कुछ नमक डाल दिया, उसमें नींबू डाल दिया, whatever बनाने के लिए, तो what we get now? We get a नींबू पानी. So that is altogether a different substance. It tastes different. Yes. So there is a chemical reaction taking place between water, lemon, and what all ingredients that you have added. Okay. So here certain chemical reactions are taking place inside. So this is called chemical reaction. Okay. In a reaction, there are two things present. One is reactant and another is product. So the things that are combining is called reactant, and after combining, the new substance that we get is called its product. Okay. Let's see. Take for example, if we talk about water. So water is made from, as we know that the formula of water is H2O. Yes, the formula of water is H2O. So here they have hydrogen and oxygen. So when hydrogen and oxygen combines together, they gives H2O. Okay, so this hydrogen and oxygen is reactant and the product, that is water, is a product. Getting it? So in a chemical reaction, we have reactant and we have product. So reactant, when combines together, it gives product. Getting it? So this is a chemical reaction. So there are several chemical reactions taking place all around us all the time. Okay. So this is a chemical reaction. So a chemical change occurs when there is a chemical reaction between the substance. In a chemical reaction, the initial substance react with each other to form new substance. the original substance present are known as reactant, and the new substance formed during or after the chemical reaction are known as product. Okay, so consider when A and B is combining together to give C. So A and B is a reactant and C, the product that we get, is a product. Getting it? So in every chemical change, there is certain chemical reactions taking place, and to have certain chemical reaction, initial product is combining together to give a new product. Okay, so initial one is called reactant and the final thing that we get is called product. Getting it? So this is called a complete chemical reaction. Okay, so here we have few differences between physical and chemical reaction, children. This is very important. Okay, so let's see what is difference between physical and chemical change. In physical change, no new substances are formed. In chemical change, new substances with different properties are formed. Okay, because no new substance is formed, the molecule of substance remain the same before and after the change. जो उनका molecule है that will not change. But in case of chemical change, they undergo changes to form a new substances. Getting it? So this is difference between physical and chemical change. And most physical changes are temporary, can easily be reversed. Physical change को हम reverse कर सकते हैं. Okay, there are few exceptions like tearing of paper. We cannot reverse it back. Okay, there are few exceptions, but most of the thing we can reverse it back. So most of the physical changes are reversible changes, but chemical changes are permanent and cannot be easily reversed. So this chemical change is a irreversible change. So most of the chemical changes are irreversible, whereas most of the physical changes are reversible in nature. Getting it? So these are the differences between physical and chemical change. Alright. Now, coming back to the next topic of this chapter, that is changes when different substances are mixed together. So children, now like before we have talked about material changing, कुछ product change हो जा रहे हैं, कुछ substance change हो जा रहे हैं exposed होने की वजह से या water के contact में आने की वजह से. But now what happens when two or more substances are mixed together? Okay, so before that I would like to ask you one question. So just think over it, what type of change it can be. So tell me children, we have this first figure you can see. So the first figure is when we are mixing a salt with water. When we are adding salt in water, then what happens? Is it a reversible or irreversible change? Or is it a physical or a chemical change? Yes children, quickly tell me. So just think over it, what it can be. If we are adding sugar or if we are adding salt to water, is it a reversible change or irreversible change? Yes. Yes, it is a reversible change. Why it is a reversible change? Because we can get back the salt by the process called evaporation. Okay, what we can do, we can boil this water. Okay, so water will be converted into water vapor. Alright, and the salt will remain at the bottom. So we can get the salt back. And what about water? So water, what we can do? We can condense it. Okay, and hence we can get the water back. Alright, so this is a reversible process because after mixing salt with water, we can again get the salt and again get the water back. Okay, so this is a reversible process. Okay, now is it a physical change or a chemical change? Yes, children. Is it a physical change or a chemical change? So, for this, let's see the chapter, what is written there, and then we'll come to this figure again. Okay, so let's see. When salt is mixed with water, it dissolves, forming a solution. Getting it? You also saw that we can get back the salt by evaporation of water. So by evaporating, by boiling the water, water will be converted into vapor. Okay, and we can get the salt back. Alright, and we can also get the water back by condensation process. Okay, thus it is reversible change. This we have seen. Now what about physical and chemical change? The molecules of water or salt do not undergo any change. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि जो पानी का मॉलिक्यूल है वो चेंज हो जा रहा है. Water will remain water. Salt will remain salt. Okay, the molecule of salt and the molecule of water is not changing. Though they are mixing together, but the water molecule itself and the salt molecule itself is not changing. So if there is no new change, so it is called physical change. Getting it? If no new substance is formed, it is called physical change. Getting it? Okay. Now tell me, this is one practical that we have to do, one activity. To see the reaction between washing soda and lemon juice. You must have done it or not. We can also perform it at home. What we can do is, what we have to do, we have a washing soda at our home most of the time. Okay, so take a teaspoon of washing soda in a bottle, add 50 ml of water in it and shake it so that soda dissolves. हमने soda लिया. Okay, you can even take eating soda that is present at our home. So what we can do is, we can take a soda, put it in a glass, put a 50 ml water in this glass. Okay, then add lemon. Squeeze about 1 lemon to this jar. Okay, then what will happen? You will see various bubbles coming out of it. ठीक है, इसमें से आप क्या देखोगे? You will see various bubbles. आप इसमें से bubbles will come out. Like you have seen in Coca-Cola and Pepsi and Thumbs Up. So what happens when you just open the knob? उसमें से बहुत सारे bubbles ooze out होते हैं. So what is that bubble? That is nothing but carbon dioxide is released in the form of gas. So similarly, here also the bubbles will be formed and that is nothing but a carbon dioxide gas. How we can check it? Just put a burning matchstick in front of the bottle and you will see that the matchstick will extinguish. ये बुझ जाएगा. Okay, this shows that carbon dioxide is released from this bottle. Okay, so this is a reaction that is taking place and it is a chemical change. Okay, so we know that in a chemical change there are several chemical reactions taking place. Okay, so what is the reaction here? So we have added washing soda, we added with lemon juice and we will get carbon dioxide and other product. So here this washing soda and lemon juice is reactant, whereas this carbon dioxide and other product is a product. Getting it? This is reactant and this is product. Getting it? And this complete is a chemical reaction. Alright. So this is a chemical reaction when two or more substances are mixed together. Okay. So children, so as you can see here in the figure also, so there are several chemical reactions that are taking place as we can see here in the chapter. Okay, as we have seen in the chapter that there are several reactions taking place here in this jar. What you can see, we can have a soda, we'll add water and the several amount of carbon dioxide is released. When we put a burning matchstick in front of it, it will extinguish, which shows that carbon dioxide gas is released. Okay, and here what we can see, so the reaction that is taking place here is washing soda reacts with lemon juice to give carbon dioxide another product. Okay, so washing soda and lemon is a reactant, whereas carbon dioxide another product is a product, and this complete is a chemical reaction. All right, so rest of the thing we'll study tomorrow. Okay, rest of the topic we'll study tomorrow, children. So now I'm going to send you a homework. So please go through that homework. Please do that homework and you can send it in the group. Okay. So that's all for today's class, children. Hope you have understood it. So that's all for today. Please read the chapter, do the homework so that you can understand it better. Okay. So that's all for today's class. Thank you and Jai Hind everyone.